Hello guys, I'm sure many of you know this problem when you're playing ranked and you're playing against Nasus. It's just a ridiculous champion. You can bully him in lane, but end game you just getting wrecked. He one-shots everyone without any counterplay. So I'm trying to show you how to play the early game against him and then try to stop him end game, at least. Just try. I'm not saying you will always put Nasus because that's just impossible right now. So yeah, first you need a lane bully. Olaf should be pretty good, but as you see here in this thing, he's just getting on me, but I'm doing more damage because I'm Nasus, and I don't know what he's doing, but he moves back and yeah, he just died. Most Nasus farm only farm. They only farm. That's their only business. So yeah, they just want to stack their Q with 3 stacks every minute, which is ridiculous. So you need a bully, like Riven. Olaf is pretty good when you just harass him, but it doesn't work in this game, as you see. Yeah, with Riven the problem is, when you harass him you have to use your skills and you will automatically push, and that's where Nasus is showing his really strange or something. Yeah, because he can just farm under the turret, he can farm his Q pretty easily. He will get like 200 stacks still at the 150 minutes or so. Yeah, as you saw, just from level 6 he is just pretty big bully. No one can handle him. But yeah, basically what you wanna do is you wanna pick someone who can fuck him in the top lane. Just you need Teemo is pretty good against him. I have played some games and Teemo at the moment is just, yeah, he can just permanently poke him. Nasus blinded, his Q doesn't do damage, and yeah, you can just let him be so far behind that he can't reach his end game fantasy, as Spazzy would say. So yeah, you want to bully him out and just ask for many ganks. Really, you need some ganks where from which he will back off and recall, because then he will miss a lot of minions. So just ask your jungler to push him out, bring him low maybe, you don't have to kill him, but just get him low, let him back, push his main wave into the turret and let all your minions die to the turret so he can't farm his Q, and just bully him out. That's really important. Renekton is also a good pick, just someone who can first out sustain because he has ridiculous sustain with that lifesteal passive. Just bully him out of lane and poke, or just out sustain him and deal a lot of damage like Renekton also. But yeah, when you let him free farm he will get a beast. Yeah, you can see here I can just easily 2 versus 1 them. Even though Olaf uses his ult, Shyvana ult, I'm just too strong with my max ult damage. It's just Morgana helps, starts binding here, so I get a free kill. But yeah, just look at this. They don't even get me very low. It's just you can one-shot them. End game, the enemy ADC will get 1-2 shotted by you with some stacks, and yeah. Yeah, when you're playing Nasus, some tips. Just try to get a Q. It's the most important thing. You don't really care about your team or about other lanes. Nasus is one of those champs who really don't care about other lanes at the beginning till end game. You just farm. Maybe with teleport you will do some plays on bot lane or mid lane with teleport, but normally you're just top till like 30 minutes or something. Maybe when your team plays really bad and they lose all lanes, you back off and bomb the enemy's mid lane or something. But yeah, here again I can 2 versus 1 them. I don't even use my ult right now. Soon I will. And I don't know what Olaf is doing, but yeah, he just dies. 6 more stacks for my Q. And then the main counter versus Nasus comes when you bully him out of lane. So if it's when that worked, your team has to play together or he will just farm by and has his stacks again. So don't let him solo top. It's really one thing you don't want to do. Never let Nasus solo top. It's just no. He will get crazy Q farm, his damage will be ridiculous. just don't do it. Really, really don't do it. And ask your team, maybe when your mid lane is poning the enemy mid lane, just tell your team to all push mid, to all group, get some objectives, maybe to Dragon, maybe even Baron, if Nasus is just farming, clear wards, do something with your whole team. And Nasus has to do something about that. He can't just, he wants to, but he can't just stay the whole game top. If your team is playing together and poning and shitting on his team, except on him, so just push mid lane with all 5. You can force team fights, whatever, but in that case he won't be able to farm his Q. So yeah, here you see I have to go out of my lane, but I'm so farmed that I just can 2-shot every one of them. Just look at it, I can 1Q buff Galio. I don't even care about the turrets, even though I'm not building any tanky items right now, except my don't know what's called, whatever. I have some armor. We just wrecked them. They were ahead, but they weren't thinking about me, so they didn't give a shit about top lane, as you saw, and they didn't know what hit him. So I just wrecked through them. They couldn't do anything about it, and that will be the whole game like this. So I go mid same way, same thing, and just look at this damage on it's just crazy. I just ult, they don't do any damage to me, and we kill them easily. It's no problem. I get more Q farm, and yeah. But whatever. Yeah, so you really want to force those things. You really want to force global objectives, or just go with your whole team top lane and shut down Nasus even more. Push his top lane maybe, so he can't farm even worse. And just try to do that. It's really important. It's really important. I say it over and over. Just don't let him solo top. It's something you don't wanna let happen. Never let him. It's just no. He will get such a beast, and yeah, I think that's the point why he's played in solo queue often, or why he's always banned, because the synergy between the team isn't that good, you know. Solo queue, maybe 2 pre-mates who play and can play together, but that's not the whole team. And in competitive play like the LCS or the NALCS, whatever, the team has a good synergy and just knows what they want to do, and they can shut down Nasus because the jungler just babysits top, or they all go mid and push, or they get dragons, and that's why he isn't played that much in ranked. But yeah, I really do think he's overpowered at the moment, especially since his Q gives him 3 stacks for every minion, and for big minion 6. When you're behind, you can just farm half your jungler's jungle, because nearly all those creeps except little wolves and little wraiths give you 6 extra damage. And even though you can't farm your Q, you will still deal tons of damage just with your Trinity Force alone and your ult. Your ult does a ridiculous amount of damage. Just look at this, 2 hits on Wraiths and he's gone. I don't care about the rest of the team, I just want him. I just move through everyone, walk into the tower, and just, yeah. Just look at this. Not even the dragon can do anything about that. But yeah, that's why he's always banned, I think, because he gets just too strong, especially with his slow 99% or 98% at max level, 96%, whatever. So yeah, he is getting so strong. I even had games where I only had 200 Q stacks at 30 minutes and I still wrecked them. Yeah, now some tips for Nasus. You wanna rush Mastery 921, I think, just to get this sustain in lane, a bit extra damage. Mostly I start with Rowan's shield. This game I started with 2 life regen shields, because I thought Olaf would harass me pretty much, but wasn't the case. He just let me farm and let me kill him over and over. But Yeah, I am always going for this Sheen item. I like the Trinity Force a lot because it just gives me that ridiculous amount of movement speed and that Q damage, which is insane with this item. I just, yeah, it's just amazing for me. When you're getting bullied top lane, sometimes you just skip the Sheen item, so you skip the Iceborne Gauntlet or the Trinity Force, because you need to be the tank for your team. Yeah, you don't have to deal that much of damage, but you just have to engage and still do a lot of damage with the Q, but I think it's kind of halved without Sheen in it. But yeah, Iceborne Gauntlet you need versus a lot of attack damage, and when the enemy has no escapes or something, it was the game already. And Trinity Force, yeah, it's just when you're ahead and you're dealing a lot of damage, you can just wreck the enemy, you can carry easily. I also got a Trinity Force, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So conclusion is just try to bully him out of lane and don't let him solo top when you push the first tower, so don't let him farm behind that tower, just go and fuck him. Just bring him further and further behind and force teamfights, really force them. He needs to be there, and when he is in teamfight he can farm at that moment, and that will bring him even further behind. So that are the main things you wanna know. Just pick a bully, pick some OP champs, pick Riven, I don't know. And you're not fine because Nasus is still OP, but you should survive some more games in a solo queue. So that's me. A new montage of Riven will be out soon. A little replay bugged, so it needed some more time. And yeah, I'm out. Bye.